What is a Turker?
So a Turker is a synthesis between the words mechanical Turk and worker. It's somebody currently who works on mechanical Turk doing piecework. There are approximately 40,000 Turkers, 75% are from the US. And that's because Amazon in 2012 stopped permitting international signups. So the number of international people have dwindled. The kind of work we do could be literally clicking on a radio button and choosing yes or no, or seeing a picture and saying, is this picture taken at night? Things like that, all the way up to we can completely control a social media account, from creating the account to creating the tweets or the Facebook posts, creating photos, whatever. So everything from the very simplest work to the most complex work can be done by a Turker.
You talk about US companies. Is there any European company who is using your?
I believe Clickworker is in Germany, and they have their own site, Clickworker, which is much like Mechanical Turk. European companies can't actually use Mechanical Turk because, just like international workers, they are blocked. But there's Clickworker, there's Fool Factory in France. I think there are others as well, but being Canadian, I don't hear except about the large ones. And I think 99 Designs is also in here, which is very similar, although contest-based. But they're all digital laborers, and they're all about grabbing one project, a whole crowd working on it, and then picking one answer typically, or just taking the answer based like Mechanical Turk.
How could we control a Turker?
Control a Turker or control Turking?
Turking. I could control Turking, yeah.
To control Turking, I think we need legislation, and even country-specific legislation. I think we need to call out the companies and make it clear what they're doing and how they're doing it. And I think we need to talk about it. Nobody's talking about it. And the sooner we do that, the sooner we can actually control how it's going to progress.
Should we be afraid, really, by what happened?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Every job, your job, my job, any job can be taken over by this. And if we don't start controlling it, because it's completely uncontrolled, yeah, it's fearful what the future holds, because we don't know, but we know that the companies that control it have not done good things for workers up till now.
Who are trying to control them at the moment, so the process?
So like what companies? Well, like you've got Amazon, Google, they're the ones who are in control. The ones that are in control of all the data are the ones that are in control of Turking in the future.
Who can? The government, trade unions, who can?
I think unions really, truly, yes. I think they need to come up with new methods, but yeah, I think unions will be a huge part of the change because they understand what workers want. I think governments need to step up and do something. I'm not sure what, I'm not sure if old legislation will cut it, but new legislation, controls within countries, maybe it's controls about making payments. There has to be some way that government can step in as well.
Is Europe playing a role in this?
I think Europe is a leader in this, and I'm really pleased to see Europe caring so much, because in Canada, there's nothing. In the United States, the companies seem to be winning, and the government seems to be ignoring it purposely. But in Europe, I've seen so much drive for change, and organizations such as yours that care, and unions that care, that I think this is going to be the place where true controls of crowdsourcing are born.
What could be the solutions in the future?
I don't know, but I think right now the first step is to talk about it and to hear from people who have worked with workers in the past, to hear from the government and what legislations they've done in the past, and to get companies involved. But most importantly, to ask workers what their opinion is. And when you can synthesize all of those together, the solutions will appear.